Hello, family. It's Arhinna, your tarot life coach, bringing you your December 2022 tarot scope, sweet baby. Big hugs, lots and lots of love, high fives, and some damn dirty shoulder rubs. If you're new to my channel, the way these reads are going to go is we're going to talk a little bit of astrology. Then we break it down into a oracle read for the elements, and then it breaks down into your sign. So they will all be time-stamped in the description. You can click on the part that you want to hear. Another thing that I usually get from people is, man, that reading made no sense to me. And then they come back at the end of the month, they're like, oh my gosh, I should have paid attention. So save it and go back and listen to it again. All right, so thank you for joining me. Let's talk about what's going on astrologically. So December 3rd, Neptune goes direct in Pisces, 22 degrees. Let's talk about what 22 signifies. 22 is a master builder number. It comes down to the number 4. We are building a foundation, and Neptune has been retrograde since June 23rd, 2022. So this is like we're starting to have more compassion for the collective, okay? This is also pay attention to your dreams. This is about you really building on your dreams. Keep a dream journal because they might be meaning something more to you as we go into 2023. December 6th, Mercury enters into Capricorn. Communication will become more grounded and clear and about what we want to accomplish, all right? Now, December 7th, full moon in Gemini, 16 degrees. 16 comes to a 7. 7 is a message from the collective. This is known as the cold moon. The cold moon is a Mohawk name that conveys the frigid conditions of the time of the year, when we're going to get to the really nitty-gritty of the coldness, okay, when it takes a hold of us. Others names include when the deer sheds its antlers by the Dakota and the little spirit moon by the Anishinaabe. Now, if I mispronounce any words, please forgive me, okay? Gemini rules the mind, short-term planning and traveling, also short-term education. It's time to focus on your goals, okay? What do you need to release in order to move forward? Remember, communication is key. Communication between your thoughts and the universe. So keep it clear, all right? December 9th, Venus enters into Capricorn. The desire to approach relationships becomes much more mature. We're looking at the long haul. We're looking at the bigger picture here. Now, December 18th, Ceres enters into Libra. Ceres describes what we need to feel nurtured, how we want to nurture those around us. And Ceres is associated with the Greek goddess Demeter, who nearly lost her daughter Persephone to Hades, known as Pluto, the underworld. Okay, he kidnapped her, and then Demeter stopped vegetation, and all these things happened until she was returned for 8 months out of the year. Libra and Ceres wants you to pay attention to the things of beauty around you. Pay attention to what's missing, all right, and create it. Now, on the 20th, we have Jupiter re-enters into Aries, and it's going to go until May 16th, 2023. Aries is a very eager cardinal sign, okay? It wants to make things happen. Jupiter in Aries is going to have you all fired up and excited, maybe even taking on more than you can. So make sure not to take on more than you can, all right? Now, December 21st, we have the Sun squared Jupiter. Be aware of not over-promising, all right? This makes me think when you're doing your plans for next year, don't bite off more than you can chew, okay? The moment in this time, it's the winter solstice. It's the shortest day of the year, and the sun enters into Capricorn and the moon is in Cancer. The moon rules our emotions, okay? So Cancer is going to help you focus more on your home and what you kind of want around there, while Capricorn is stabilizing those decisions to make them full forward, okay? Now, on the 23rd, Chiron goes direct, 11 degrees. 11, another master number, which comes down to a 2. It's time for decisions, okay? And it being an Aries, and it's been retrograde since July 19th. So, look at the things that have been revealed to you about the areas in your healing path. Chiron is the wounded healer who could not heal himself. So, what did you learn over the last 6 months? How can you manifest that into the mighty I am to move you to the next level, all right? Now, on the 23rd, we have the new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is a wonderful sign to set these new moon intentions, goals, new directions, and new paths. It's time to start over, all right? And on the 29th, we have Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. And yes, we start off 2023 with a beautiful Mercury retrograde, okay? This has been an off and on again kind of influence through 2022, okay? And it's all about taking our ideas, because Mercury is ruled by air. It's our thoughts and our words, and grounding them into something more stable, okay? So you might have put things off last year. There's some ideas that you might have had. You're going to go back and revisit those and establish them on a better foundation. Now, December 31st, if you celebrated, Happy New Year. And I want to say to you guys, thank you for spending the last 6 years with me and my family. I truly love and appreciate each and every one of you. I apologize for the sniffling and sneezing. I have bronchitis again. So I'm on my last day of meds, but it's been a rough one. I will be honest with you. This weather has really had me underneath, so thank you for giving me grace this time with all the sniffling, sneezing, and probably pausing for coughing, all right? So if you're interested in a reading, the only way to get a reading by me is not through the DMs, guys. Go to my Linktree. Hit that Linktree. There's going to be some new offers coming in for the end of the year, starting off 2023. And if you guys would like some 2023 videos, let me know and we'll start shooting them now. So with that being said, let's jump into the reads. Hello, fire signs, Aries. Hey, Aries. Hey, Leo. Hey, Sag. How are those thighs? How's your birthday month? You ain't called me to celebrate yet. So what's up, Sag? Where you been? Okay, your girl wants to go out and celebrate. I know I've been sick, but I would still celebrate, okay? So, immediate apologies, guys. I'm still recovering from bronchitis, the sniffles, and everything else. So I apologize for sniffling, coughing, and sneezing during your readings. So, let's jump into your oracle. Sun, moon, and rising. All fire signs welcome. And if you're cross-watching, bienvenidos. All right? So, where do we want to start? Let's start with your ancestor message. Now, let's start with your animal message. You have the oyster, okay? And this is the water energy. Water is our emotions, the way that we feel. And I feel like you've been clammed up and you've kind of shut down your emotions. Like, you're afraid to show the world who you really are right now, fire sign. Like, you've been working on some things. You have some things that you want to share, and it's time to open up about them. It's time to open up about how you feel and where you're at and what's been going on. So, with that, your ancestors said, what is your passion? What do you want? What do you need, fire signs? You need more fire. You need to be pumped up. You need to feel good about yourself. Express yourself. Follow your passions. Put more of you into everything, okay? Now, y'all know how I feel about these butterfly cards. I don't ever know what I'm going to get. But anyways, fire signs, it's time for a new exercise program. It's time for you to get in shape and look great, okay? Now, I also see a lot of purple there, so I'm going to say really work on your crown chakra and your solar plexus with the yellow wings. And I kind of feel like having the confidence to follow your intuition and follow the messages that you've been receiving from your spirit guides, okay? Your Akashic card is that of the Queen of Roses. You are a person who's getting admired right now. People admire you. Also could be birthing new ideas, birthing a baby, birthing new projects, but there's something on the horizon that's super, super exciting for you, okay? This could also mean a relationship coming to the forefront. Now, I want to say red, orange, and yellow are going to be your colors this month, so really focusing on your lower chakras. Now, Neptune in your third house wants to play with you, all right? So let's see, the idealization of your ideas is very important. Confusion regarding your short-term thinking and planning. So it's going to be, you have a lot of confusion about what's going on, and maybe that's why you're clammed up. So sit down, write it down. When Mercury moves into Capricorn, baby, be ready to communicate what it is that you want. When that full moon comes, release all those ties to the past so that you can move forward. And when that new moon in Capricorn happens on the 23rd, put your intentions into play. Okay, fire sign? Sacrifice who and what is around you. And I don't mean in a bad way. I mean, like, what sacrifices need to happen in order for you to get what your idea is going, to get those things, for you to open up, for you to feel comfortable enough to be open in a situation. So, let's think of a yes or no question. We are using the Muse Tarot. I'm going to tell you what I feel, what I'm sensing, what my spidey senses say. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? The Fool, baby. Go on that journey. Go on that trip. Go take that trip. It's good. You'll have a blast. Don't worry about it. Okay. For question number 1, I have the Four of Voices. And I'm going to say this is a yes for me. And the reason why I say that is because she really is seeing things differently. You have a different perspective on how to move forward. I also feel like there's a little spirit guide by you trying to guide you. And I feel like you have to trust your intuition. I also see her in a rose petal bath, and there's roses on the Queen of Roses. So I do feel a love bath is needed. Whether it's a self-love or a bath to bring in love, it's going to be highly important for you. Now, more roses. Okay, so you need to go get some roses, baby, okay? Now, for question number 2, I'm going to say yes, it's time to build it. Page of materials. So this is like the page of pentacles, right? New and fresh. We have innovative tools. We're ready to do this. It's time to put it out there. It's time to show up. There is something about rose energy for you this month. Either you need to smell like roses, you need to put some fresh roses in the house, put some on an altar, whatever it is, to bring in and attract more beauty and love to your life. All right? So let's jump into this. Let's see what's going on for our beautiful fire signs. Aries. What you been doing, Aries? You've been getting into trouble, I bet. Leo. All right, we got it. And Sag. All right, Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Ooh, I like it. 2 of Swords or 2 of Arrows. There's some decisions that need to be made. That's why we got to find out what our passions are. Okay, let's see here. What do we have? We have the Ace of Swords, some virile energy coming in. Yes, we need communication. We need to talk about it. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy coming in, or this is somebody who already has made up their mind and they're ready to move on. You have your spirit guide saying, hey, 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 baby, let's talk. All right, let's be considerate. Let's talk about family issues because we have the Deer here, okay? And then we have a very heavy decision with Pazuzu on the forefront. And the 10 of Wands is about you really making a decision to move on. Some of y'all are going on a trip, okay, because I have this 10 and the 9 by each other. And this is about you not even telling anybody where you're going, okay? You're just like, I'm out, like, I'm gone. And this is something that's hard for you. Like some of y'all know that you need to take this trip. It's for your best interest, but other people are going to judge you, right? But you're going to put yourself first. And for me, this is like a mother-daughter situation or like a family situation that's going to be healed, okay? This is also about planting seeds so that the plants will grow by the springtime. This is your time to you know, that clam that we had at the beginning. It's time for you to like start putting those ideas in order so that you can reap the benefits in the springtime. All right, so we will be right back with the reads. Hello, Aries. How are you doing? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus if you're listening for love. So what's going on? What's the damn deal? We have a major decision. We are at a crossroads, and we have to make a choice to move on and move forward, okay? Sorry, I had to move the camera. Now, in this read, we also have the Wheel. The Wheel is your destiny, and it's propelling you to a new level. It's making you make decisions, but you are in a little bit of conflict, whether this is inner conflict, whatever's going on, but there's something that's bothering you, and you're going to have to find the strength to make the decision needed to move forward. I do feel like there's a cycle coming to an end. There's also a lot of Leo energy in here, so you might have a lot of Leo in your chart, or you are dealing with a Leo, and you have to make some choices. So, I will make an apology. I am getting over bronchitis. So if I stop the video, or if I'm sniffling and sneezing, I do apologize. It's been a rough one. 2 of Arrows. There's a major decision because there is a storm warning. There's something brewing. There's a choice to be made. Now, in this card of the 2 of Arrows, this is when the Hittite soldiers had to make an agreement. Like, once they took over their land, it was either you succumb or we kill you. And this is like a peace treaty, right? But this person she don't look too peaceful. She don't look too peaceful. Like, she's like, So you might have went into an agreement with someone and you thought it was all, you know, up and at 'em. And it's not, okay? Like, it's not 100% copacetic right now. And you're wondering, like, why is this happening, okay? So I also see 2 10s, so there could be something coming up with work or with career. We want to initiate a new project. We want something new. We want to start. You're very passionate about something. I'm going to say be very careful signing contracts or agreeing to something that's not fully for you. 8 of Pentacles, it's going to take a little bit more work going into it. I feel like you need to do a little bit more research before you go forward with this, Aries. There is a lot at stake right now, okay? There's something you want to initiate new, and in order for you to have a good summer, you need to make sure that you plan accordingly. Okay, let's see. What does the Wheel have for our beautiful Aries? Let's see, what does the Wheel have? Interesting. Okay. Are you ready? Let's do a pick a card. So for card number 1, or card number 2. If you pick card number 1, you have that of the World, okay, which comes down to a 29, which comes to an 11. 11 is a master number. This is about you really making a decision to put yourself out there, to make this decision, to make this choice. You're ready to conquer it. You don't care what you have to leave behind, but you're going to make it happen. And if we go back to the energy of the oyster from the Oracle read, it's like you've been holding something down for a while, but now it's time to show everybody what you're working with and how you want to move forward. So let's see here. We have here the Page of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. This is you initiating something new, but you have to like take a break, like you're trying to break, but you're going to wait for your healing to come through. There's also something about a trip. Some of y'all are planning on going on a really large trip, like a really far one, because I see the world behind it. So this could be mean like going, you know, somewhere very foreign to you, something that you didn't expect. Let's see what we're initiating here. So sorry, Aries. The Rider, information is coming to the forefront. With the Sun, okay, lots of Sun energy. And the Moon. Okay, something that was done in the dark will be brought to the light. There's the information coming through. There's also a contract, a possible decision that's coming through with this. I also feel like that's important for you to take a break before you move forward. Do not sign anything immediately. Read through the small print. Make sure that it makes sense to you, especially if this is a work-related matter, okay? Let's look at this Nine of Cups. No. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. So, card number 2. You also have a trip. But this trip is going to make you walk away from something that you thought was your way, that was your path. But you're like, I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to dream bigger. I'm going to think bigger. I'm going to do bigger. And so that 10 and that 9 is telling me you're moving on and you're going to take a trip, okay? This is also a journey for you, whether this is an inner journey or whatever, but you're ready to move on. The wheel is telling you it's time to go. It's time for changes, Aries. You want something new. Nine of Pentacles, some of y'all want to move. Two of Wands, major decision. Seven of Cups. It's like you have to make this decision, and the 27th is important because I have the Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups right by the 27. The 27 comes to a 9, and there's a double 9. There's a big decision about a move, a moving on, moving forward. And we don't know what to pick. We don't know what to do. And it's a very family-oriented decision. It's something that's going to bring it to a completion. It's also about what's going to bring you more money. And with 310 showing up right now, it's about saving your money in order for this to happen. So let's get some clues on this decision. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. We need something more grounded with the Anchor, the Stars, and then the Grave here. We have 878 coming up. I feel like there's something over for you. You want something brand new. You want something fresh. You're going to get very grounded before you make this decision, before moving on. The 8th is going to be fairly important for you because you have the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 on the Grave, and the 35 on the Anchor come to an 8. That's 3 8s. I also believe that manifesting with Jupiter is going to be very important for you when it comes to business and finances. So let's get some extra energy on the wheel. What else does the wheel want Aries to know? The Nine of Swords. See, you're in your head about this major decision about moving on. It is bringing you lots of anxiety. But then I have the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles right in a row. 999. When it's over, Aries. There's no resuscitating. There's no bringing it back. It's done. And I feel like you know it's done, but you feel bad about it. You don't like the way it ended. What is bringing on this anxiety? Give me some oracle message. What is this? Going the distance. 47 comes to the 11th. Pay attention to the 11th because we have the 29 with the 11 and then we have the 47. And I feel like you have done all that you needed to do. You have went above and beyond to make this work and to make it happen. And it just isn't happening. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. That's the universe saying, hey, let's try something different. Let's move in a different direction. Let's make something else happen. Okay? Now, the energy that's coming through for you is that of a little bit of conflict. Whether this is inner conflict, outer conflict, it does not really matter because we in motherfucking conflict, okay? And look, here we have the Strength card again with the Strength card. This is just something that's going to require a lot of strength to make this decision, okay? Give me more on this Five of Wands. What's going on here? So we have the Sun. Another trip. There's a lot about going on trips. The Knight of Cups, there's an offer coming. And here's the King of Wands. Okay, but we're going to make a logical decision. Okay, for some of y'all who are in a relationship with another fire sign, I feel like it's kind of fizzled out a little bit. You want to make an offer, you want to move something to the next level, but you don't know if it's going to happen. Now, for some of y'all, you're going to be receiving an offer. I feel like you should say yes to it, but I feel like you're in your own head about how you want to move forward. So let's look at the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, what is this about? What is this cup of love about? What is this peace offering about? Hashtag with the 7, okay? Someone with interesting hair. Very different from you. And a lot of pictures being sent. So this could be like communication online. You guys have been talking online for a while. You met online. But it's just like you're not feeling this right now, because I want you to look at this King of Wands, right? And then I have this Queen of Swords here. Oh, you can't see her. Here they are, right? But they're looking at each other like this. One's like, are you going to call me? And the other one's like, no, you text me first. You call me first. So it's almost like we're in a battle with somebody. Like we don't want to be the first one to speak. We don't want to be the first one to say anything. But the energy is like someone needs to say it. Like it needs to be said. What is the guidance for the King of Wands? It's a burden, 36, there's another 9. There's 2 36s, so 36, 36. The bad ombre, like the bad hair, like different hair. And then the cross with 36. We're wiping it out. There's that 11 again. To the new beginning. We want a new beginning. Look, we want a new beginning. We got the child twice. We want a new beginning. We want something new, exciting, and fresh, but we have to be strong enough. We have to be strong enough. We have to find the strength to put it out there and to make it happen. Okay, let's see. What does strength recommend for us? What I kind of feel is like you know that you need to move on from something. You don't want to. Like I feel like it's an unspoken, and I think both parties want to move on. Or like you're just ready to go. And if this is something at work, you're like done. And I'm going to say read the contract. Read the fine print. All of these cards fell out. Look. All these cards. So, the 4 of Pentacles, start saving your money, be aware of how much you're giving to a situation. Here you come in making some really like off the cuff kind of decisions, you know, like you're like, okay, I'm going to do this in Sagittarius season, okay, and you want to give to your new beginning, like you want something new. For me, this, if I was looking at this in the past, you've been saving yourself to have a breakthrough moment, but you have to be kind of smart on how you like move this energy. And if you move this energy the right way, you get your new beginning. But it's like you have to be patient, you have to be strong, you have to speak from your heart in order for it to happen. Very interesting. Look, this card has been so popular today. Like every time I pull from this deck, this card comes out. The 27th must be an important day because I swear it's always coming out. This is also about an equal exchange of gifts. Are you giving to this situation? Are you receiving back from this situation as much as you're giving? Okay, and vice versa, because I feel like there's some imbalance going on here, and there's some things that are going to be brought to the light. Now, we have the King of Wands, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands coming out here. So I feel like there's also a family situation that's on your mind, and you're like, how can I give my family a fresh start? How can I have a fresh start? Some of you are thinking about this as a family business and how you're going to move forward. There's also something that's just come to an end for you, and it's just time to release it and let it go. Okay, let's get some closing messages for you, Aries. Very interesting. I don't know if the number 47 means anything to someone. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. It comes to an 11. I see a lot of 47s in your read too. Forgive and forget. I feel like that's such a hard thing to do. And I don't know if we necessarily can forget, but we can forgive and forgive ourselves for believing the lies that someone told us, right? Make a plan on how you want to move forward. And reassess. I feel like this is a month of like wiping the slate clean and really paying attention to what's going on. Live your life to the fullest. This is a very interesting energy for you, Aries. I feel like maybe, what is it that's jumping into your sign? Is it Jupiter? Hold on, let me look. This is, where did it go? Is it over here? Jupiter re-enters Aries on the 20th, all the way till May 16th, okay? So even though you're very eager, I'm going to say do not overpromise, do not overextend yourself in any situation. Like you might be really forthcoming and wanting to like change the world and do all these things, but it's like You have to be aware of how you're utilizing this energy and how you're moving forward. All right, so let's look at your finances real quick. Let me move this glass. Okay, let's look at your finances. We're going to look at finances for Aries for the month of December. Show me the energy for Aries for the month of December. So we're giving up on something, like we're walking away from something financially. It was really not a good decision. I feel like we're going to have to replan, recalculate, and you're going to go back to a one-man show. Meaning like, so sorry, if you were in business with someone or an agreement with someone, it's just not working, that's going to end. And you're going to go back into business. You're going to end up doing everything yourself. You're going to rebrand. And it's a yes. It's going to be successful. There's something about your finances also, like if you've been trying to help a family member and try to get them on the right path financially, it's not working. And you're just going to have to like wipe the slate clean and move forward. I also feel like be very careful investing with other people right now or going into group things with money. Like, yeah, just be very mindful of that. And walk away from any situation that you see a lot of red flags or things that just aren't setting well with you. All right, let's look at your love life, Aries. What's going on for our beautiful Aries in their love life? Aries, what's going on for you? We have the King of Cups. There's that Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy coming in for you. Queen of Swords again. Hold on just a minute. I don't want to keep coughing. I feel like you're moving from a very emotional state. You're wanting to be in an emotional state with logical decisions, right? And you're trying to balance it. You're trying to like, okay, I know what I need to do and how I need to do it. And we're getting rid of this Shady McGrady energy, okay? Like this energy of not being fully honest, someone's not telling us the truth, because we're looking for a lifelong partner. We're trying to birth a new relationship. Overall energy, what do you have for us? The Page of Pentacles. So we're going to have to start small. We're going to have to start with investing and pouring into this relationship. A lot of times in relationships, you'll meet somebody and you'll be like, oh my God, this is so great. And then like after a while, you're like, okay, maybe it wasn't so great. Maybe I want something different. So we have this beautiful King of Cups here, manifesting, creating, calling it in. And I feel like they're actually calling each other in. Like, look, she's sitting by the water even though she's the Queen of Swords. So even though they're two different elements and two different types, I feel like they're both sitting by the water and both dealing with their emotions. The difference is that he's willing to put his finger in his cup of emotion while hers is locked up. So it's like you want to believe that your heart is open, Aries, but is it really open? Is it really open in this situation? Because the Queen of Swords is telling you in the center of your read that you kind of are closed off to a certain energy, and you're trying to learn the balance between the two. What does the King of Cups want Aries to know? The Queen of Cups. You want your Queen of Cups back. You want your Queen of Cups back or with you, or you're longing for that real connection. This person probably has larger chesticles, man or woman, okay? Because there's some men that got some big chesticles. And this energy is like calling you in, and you want to feel nurtured right now. The Queen of Swords is telling you, the Knight of Wands, like you're waiting for passion. You want this love to come in, this hot, passionate energy. You know, Aries gets bored very fast, so people got to keep up with you, okay? The Two of Pentacles wants you to know the Four of Wands. You have to find time to play. Like you have to have time. You have to have work-life balance. You've been a lot of serious energy lately, Aries, and it's time to have fun. What are we releasing with this Seven of Swords? Manipulation. Manipulation. We're releasing that manipulation. Some of y'all were in a relationship, or sometimes y'all get in your head too much and you just start like manipulating the situation your damn self if you're not being manipulated by someone else. And I want to say be careful of the company you keep this month too. The Empress wants you to know the Hermit. Speak up or forever hold your peace, Aries, or you're going to miss out. There's something that you really want. The Queen of Cups with the Empress energy, this is the embodiment of everything you want in a partner. This is a very creative, nurturing, loving energy, a very kind energy. And I always feel like Aries have like really interesting relationships with their mothers, male and female. And I feel like you just want to be nurtured. You want to be cared for. There's something about that energy. The Page of Pentacles is saying the Two of Pentacles, like you've got to find your balance. You've got to find your work work-life balance, Aries. You got to find what works for you and what doesn't work for you, how you want to move forward. And I also feel like some of y'all need to pack up and go on a trip. Like you need to go somewhere for fun, not for work, not to visit family, but like a good old getaway, especially by the water, because I have the king and the queen by the water. Closing messages for you is, look, you are longing for a caring connection. It's coming, my friend. It's coming. There's the victory. It's going to be abundant, okay? It's going to be full of abundancia. We're also looking at what makes you happy family. Your family is very important for you. You're finding your balance again with the yin and the yang. And I do believe this is a month that you could probably find someone who could lead to a very long soul connection for you. And the door to spirit is open. So you have a 14 and a 32, a 5 and a 5, a 4 and a 4, okay? And I keep getting 11, 9, 9, 11, okay? Weird numbers coming up for you. I honestly feel like there's a caring connection that's going to make you feel very abundant. In your family life, it brings you balance and it helps you connect more to your spiritual needs. All right? And overall, it's just a matter of a choice that you have to make. It's all in your hands right now, and it comes down to the communication that you're having with yourself and with the universe. As you're manifesting and creating, remember you are the oyster energy. There's a lot of beautiful things once you open up. Once you open up to your emotions. All right, Aries, this is your read. Hopefully it makes sense to you. And if you're interested in getting a reading, be sure to hit my link tree. And better yet, go follow me on Instagram and let's become friends. Take care.